What is good, guys, man? Thank y'all for tuning back into the channel, man. If you're new, make sure you hit that sub button down below to be notified for every single video that I do drop, man. And how you know you're notified, man, is once you hit that subscribe button. You got to make sure you go hit that bell. And once you hit that bell, you got to go press all, man. Y'all see what that title is, man? This dude said he had a vision to unalive his dad. And he was wearing the same shirt in the dream. Yeah, let's go on and get into this testimony, man. Y'all comment down below exactly what y'all think. Let's go on and get it.
I had a vision to kill my dad, and he was wearing the same exact shirt that he was wearing in the vision the moment I woke up from the vision. And the devil was showing me exactly how to strangle my dad to death. As soon as I woke up from that dream, I'm like, whoa, Dad. I run him out of my room to see if my dad's still alive, and he is. And he's wearing the same exact shirt he was in the vision. And I'm like, Dad, is the devil real? Like, man, I just had a dream that I killed you. He's like, the devil is real, son. But you need to look in the mirror because the devil's in you. So I look in the mirror and my eyes were black. Keep in mind, I saw myself how I look now. But in the spirit, I saw something looking back at me in the reflection, something that wasn't of me at all. And my dad's like, who is this? Why do you have my son? What do you have to do with him? Why do you want him, Satan? Satan was like this. He's like, your son sold his soul. He sold his soul for money and fame. Yep, I have him. I tricked him. And he's like, if you want your son's soul back, you can make a deal with the devil. And at this point, I was tripping out. My heart was beating. But here's the thing. All souls can't sell your soul to the devil. You know, the reason why Satan entered me was because I gave him legal right through smoking, through watching these videos, how to seduce women, through watching porn, and through making rap music. You know, because I used to make rap music that was not glorifying God at all. I was making music about shooting, you know, killing people, about smoking. But the reason why I wasn't getting free was because my dad had a spirit of religion. My dad was a Catholic, you know, but to really find Jesus Christ, you have to be born again. You have to truly let go. You have to let go of the sex, let go of the drugs, and completely give your all to Jesus. And I didn't know that at that time. So I was calling on Jesus. I'm like, Jesus, help me, help me, help me. Jesus, help me, help me. And literally, I'd get choked out because Satan was like, nah, you're mine. I'm going to drag you down to hell with me. I was getting to a point where I was just fully embracing, believing in the devil. I was meditating. I was looking at the sun and praying to the sun, the sun in the sky, not the son of God, but the sun in the sky. And I didn't know that the sun god is Baphomet. So when I was praying to this sun, I see a vision of a naked man floating up to the sun. He was just like that. He floats up to the sun and he just vanishes. And as soon as I saw that vision, I heard an audible voice. It's like, go to the park, take off all your clothes, and you will float to the sky and you will ascend to a higher dimension. I hear that voice. I'm like, this is so demonic. I'm crazy. I was just like saying, I'm losing it, you know? And I remember my dad, he tried doing deliverance, like the Catholic deliverance, throwing holy water like that. And it was doing nothing. Catholicism really has no power. I need you to listen. You must be born again, guys. You must be born again. And my dad gave up, you know, he threw me in a mental hospital. And when I was in the mental hospital, I was completely possessed. I was crazy. I was constantly trying to take off my clothes because there was a spirit of perversion, a spirit of murder. I had a legion, guys. Every single number in the hospital changed to 666. And I'm like, man, I'm about to go to hell. And I see this man, and Satan tells me, he's like, you could tempt that man. All you have to do is just let me take control. And I start cursing him. I'm like, going like that, because I knew that he had a spirit of lust. And there's agents, guys, there's people that go around, they watch you. They watch you. And this is why you need the spirit of God, because I was an agent. I was a vessel for the kingdom of darkness. And I saw this man. I put a curse of lust. I'm like, I want to see that man go to the bathroom and relieve himself because I know he's struggling with lust. I'm going to tempt him. So I was giving him the evil eye. He didn't even know it was me. I was just looking at him and I was going like that. I was just praying for him to fall because the word of God says that you can speak life or death in the power of the tongue. And, you know, I was praying for him to fall, and I finally see him go to the bathroom, and I knew that he was, you know, doing sexual moral things. And I got so excited. I'm like, wow. And Satan was like, yeah, you see that? He's like, you could work for me. And I remember every single number started to change to 666. And I look at a fire emergency, and it says, in case of fire, use stairs. And it just had hell. It had hell and fire. And I knew at that point, I'm like, bro, if I keep going deeper into the dark side, I'm going to go to hell. And it was so tempting to go into the dark side, because Satan, what he does, he'll give you everything you want with his right hand, and then he'll just take everything back with his left hand, and he'll steal your soul. And at this point, I'm like, bro, I have to make a choice, because I'm about to go to hell if I don't make a choice. You know, I'm already feeling the flames of hell. You know, they were trying to grasp me. And God is so merciful. He said, son, you have a choice. You see 666. You know this is real. If you want to follow me, you know the cost. If you want to follow me, you have to let go of the weed in your heart. You have to let go of the grows. You have to let go of the sex. You have to deny your flesh to be my disciple. You know, you have to deny your flesh and pick up your cross daily. And you have to leave this road behind, and you have to die to yourself. And I'm like, this is deep. I knew it deep down. I knew what it took. I knew that saying, Jesus Christ, forgive me, I want you, wasn't enough. I knew I had to lay down everything. And as soon as I was thinking about that, all the numbers changed back to normal. They weren't 666. And I see a bright white room, a bright white shiny room. And there was just a Bible on it. And I really heard God speak. He's like, you have a choice. You could go there and pick up the Bible, or you could walk away and go to hell. But if you don't make a choice tonight, you'll end up in your destination. I remember going over to the Bible, and I picked it up, and I started calling on Jesus with everything, with all my heart. And every single pain, all the depression, all the spirits that were in me, they just flee. And I felt like a baby. I remember being on the phone with my parents. I'm like, guys, I feel like a baby again. I feel like I'm literally born again. And I remember going to the hospital staff, and I asked them for a mini Bible, and I started reading it. And I felt the Holy Spirit speak to me so vividly and clearly. God was like, I'm real. You're my son. You know, I send my son, Jesus Christ, to die for you. And, you know, I'm real. And you chose me, and I have a purpose. I have a calling for you, and I want you to serve me. So I remember giving my life completely to God. I'm like, God, cleanse me with hyssop and purge me with hyssop, Lord, and I shall be whiter than. I remember reading Psalm 51, and oh my, bro, when I read it, I literally felt a spirit like swirl up my neck, and literally I coughed it out. And man, it was insane. God was just starting to work in my life instantly. You know, I'm like, you know, I have to go fully in. Like, I can't struggle with sexual sin anymore. I have to give it all to the Lord. I have to drop the secular music. Yeah, I gave it all to the Lord, and he's been working miracles in my life, miracles that I can't even fathom. It's all because I made that decision to go fully in. Because a lot of people, they want to be lukewarm because they think that they're saved just by, you know, believing. But, you know, even the demons believe in Jesus Christ. It's not about believing. It's about believing him. Believing he is who he says he is, that he's a God of love, but he is just, and he's coming back to divide the sheeps and the wolves. For the people who are the bad fishes and the good fishes, the people who are doing his will and repenting and seeking him daily, and the people that are just Sunday Christians. So we really have to take God serious, because hell is real. And, you know, God saved me from hell. If you guys are watching this, you know, this is my testimony, and God is a forgiving God. You know, even when I backslided, he saved me. And if he could do it for me, he could do it for you. So I just pray in Jesus' mighty name for that one lost soul to see this and know the severity of how real the enemy is, that he is working overtime to drag you down to hell, and that hell is a real place. But Jesus Christ is the only way to heaven. Jesus Christ will save your soul. So call on the name of the Lord before it's too late.
Facts. Call on the name of the Lord before it's too late, man. You know what I'm saying? The longer you sin, the more vulnerable you are to demonic attacks, man. You know, you got to be all the way in. You know what I'm saying? Have to be all the way in. And I would be a hypocrite to say that I'm all the way in, because I still have my struggles. I still listen to secular music that I need to get rid of, man. But for anybody, man, to think that just believing is the only way to make it to heaven, no. Got to be all the way in, man. The fact that he had a vision about unaliving his dad tells you the type of sin that he was in, that demons are allowed and able to enter into your vulnerable spots in your life. You know what I'm saying? Flee from sin. That's my message at the end of the day. Comment down below exactly what y'all think about this video. And at the end of my videos, I'll say stay inspired, stay motivated, stay grinding. Until next video, I'm out of here. Peace.